Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd film my everyday makeup video. So just the makeup and the type of looks that I would go for every day. So if you want to find out more, then please keep watching. So yeah, today I'm going to do my everyday makeup video. I have recently started using a liquid foundation instead of a powder foundation. I always used to use the Bare Minerals powder foundation, but I've recently started using the Bourjois Healthy Mix serum. This foundation I find really good. This is the foundation that I've been using recently. It's really good and it smells amazing. So yeah, I've been using this for probably a couple of months now, and I normally have quite dry skin, and I find this really good. I don't find it's cakey or too much coverage. I find that it's just the right amount, and I find that it lasts all day. And like I say, I've got quite dry skin and I don't find that it clings to dry patches. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. But let's stop chatting and get into the video. So to prepare my skin, I always use the Garnier Skin Active cleansing milk. So I just use this as like a base for my makeup. I just rub that into my palms, and then I'm sorry if I look away from the camera, I've got a mirror just here that I'm using to apply my makeup. I will use a little bit of this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer, and just put a little bit of this on my T-zone area. So I just put a small dollop on my finger, probably sort of about that big, so not a lot, and just pop that on my T-zone areas. And I like to pop it under my eyes as well, because sometimes I find that because I've got quite dry skin, my concealer can sometimes get a bit cakey under my eyes, and I just find that by adding a primer it doesn't tend to do that too much. So just rub that in. Okay, now I'm going to move on to foundation. So like I say, I use the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation, and then I just use my Bare Minerals Precision Face Brush to apply the foundation. So I just apply about half a pump onto the brush, and then just dot that on, and then I just brush that on. So I always drag it down, just because I find it gives that better finish. It smells really nice. It's got like berries in it, so it smells really like fruity, if that's a word that you can use to describe a foundation. I'm just gonna get my mirror so that I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I've stuck with Bare Minerals for quite a while, because I found that it was really good for my skin, and obviously their products are like all natural, but I kind of wanted something with just a little bit more coverage, so I decided to give this a go, and I love it. It's so good. I'm just going to apply a little bit more. I always apply just a small amount first, because I don't like having too much on, and obviously if you put too much on then you're just going to look orange. So I always apply a small amount first and then just build it up to the coverage that I want. So yeah, I just dot it on all over, and then just keep working that in And obviously remember to bring it down the neck, because you don't want a nice tanned face with an orange mark along your jaw. It is such a gloomy day here today. It is really not nice. So that is my foundation done. Just make sure you bring it down the neck. There we go. So I'm happy with that. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to apply my concealer. Now the concealer that I use, I've only been using for about a month or two. I heard some really good reviews about it, and that is the Collection concealer. So the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. So I've been using this, like I say, for about a month or so, and I find that this is really good. It's not too cakey, it lasts all day, it doesn't crease. It's really good, and I am in the shade Extra Fair, just because I like under my eyes to be quite bright. I forgot to say, I'm in the shade for the foundation, I don't know if it says, just number 53, so I'm not sure what colour that is, but oh sorry, light beige. So I'm in light beige for the foundation, and then I'm in Extra Fair for the concealer, just because I like it to be quite light under the eyes, because I've got quite dark bags. So I'll just apply, I'm just going to grab my mirror again because I can't see in the viewfinder of the camera. So just apply a bit under the eyes. And a little bit on the forehead, and then a little bit on the chin. And then to blend that in, I will take my silicone beauty blender and then just, and I like the fact that it gives you a nice bright under eye and hides those bags. And then just blend the chin out. I quite like these beauty blenders because they don't soak up a lot of the makeup. They just sort of, not like a normal sort of sponge beauty blender would, where you get a lot of the product still left on the end. You don't get much product left on this at all. So I quite like these for blending out makeup and concealer. So that's my concealer done, and I'm now just going to set that in place with my Primark rice powder. This is really, really good, although the only downside to it is it smells a bit like talcum powder, but I find it does a good job of setting my makeup. So I'm just going to take this Primark brush. So yeah, although it smells like talcum powder, it does a really good job of setting your makeup, and I got it for a bargain price of £1. And I use it pretty much every day, and I've still got like 3/4 of a pot left, so it's really good. So I'm just gonna dab that underneath. Just to set that in place, and then a little bit on my forehead. A little bit on the chin. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is bronzer. So for bronzer, I've recently bought this. I bought it from TK Maxx. I think it was £3.99 because I was running out of my Bare Minerals bronzer, and I wasn't too sure about it at first, but it's starting to grow on me. I quite like it. That's the bronzer that I use is the e.l.f. bronzer and blusher. So I'm in the shade Bronzed and Peach. So let me try and get into it and show you. So yeah, it's got like a really shimmery peachy blusher, and then quite a dark sort of bronzer, but it doesn't come out that dark when you put it on your face. But when I first saw it, I was a bit sort of dubious about whether it would be too dark, but it's actually quite good. So I'm just going to use my So Eco bronzer brush and just apply a little bit of that onto my cheeks. And then I always put a little bit just along the forehead and a bit on the jawbone. And then just keep going over to make sure it's all blended in. And then I'm just going to go in with the blusher just to do a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. Oh, that's probably a little bit too much, so we'll just blend it out. Yeah, there we go. Hair keeps getting in the way. So that's my bronzer done. The next thing that I'm going to use is highlighter, and for that I use the PS Strobing Kit Highlighting Powder Palette from Primark. And this strobing powder kit from Primark has 3 different shades. So you've got like a really light icy shade, you've got like a dark bronzy shade, and then you've got sort of like a light neutral shade. If you're looking or you like really bright vibrant highlighters, then I would definitely recommend the light iced shade, but I prefer more of a natural look, so I always go for this light shade here. So I'm just going to take my highlighter brush, which I got from Superdrug, and just apply some highlighter just on the top of my cheeks here. And like I say, obviously you can build up the amount that you put on, but because I like it quite natural, I don't put a lot on. I just put enough to have like a subtle glow. And then just do my nose and the Cupid's bow. So the next thing we're going to do is mascara, and for that I use the L'Oreal Miss Baby Roll Mega Volume Mascara. I've been using this for probably about 6 months or so now, and it's really, really good. I really recommend it. So I'm going to have to use the mirror for this. But it gives you really good volume, really good length. And then for lips, I just like to use this PS Lips Matte Lipstick from Primark. This is in, I don't know if it says what shade it is. Oh, it's in the shade Almost There. So it's just like this really nice nudie kind of shade. So I'm just going to apply that. And that is it. That is my makeup look done. That's my everyday makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love you to subscribe if you are new on my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.